Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. Ooh, everything I wanted, I'ma get it. Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Everything I wanted, I'ma get it. Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Ooh, everything I wanted, I'ma get it. Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Everything I wanted, I'ma get it. Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Ooh, everything I wanted, I'ma get it. Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Everything I wanted, I'ma get it. Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Ooh, everything I wanted, I'ma get it. Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Everything I wanted, I'ma get it. Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Ooh, everything I wanted, I'ma get it. Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Everything I wanted, I'ma get it. Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Ooh, everything I wanted, I'ma get it. Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Everything I wanted, I'ma get it. Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Ooh, everything I wanted, I'ma get it. Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Everything I wanted, I'ma get it. Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Ooh, everything I wanted, I'ma get it. Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Everything I wanted, I'ma get it. Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. I want it. I'ma get it. Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. Everything I wanted, I'ma get it. Cause I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve it.
What it do, y'all? Welcome back to the 80s Babies Conversation, man. This your boy Bubba checking in. I hope everybody had a great weekend, man. I hope your week starting off great. Shout out to the boy Prince Ken for the song as always. Everything I want, I'm gonna go and get it. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So what's happening, sis? What it do?
What's up? It's your girl Raven Cherie, the host with the most is checking in. What's up, Ken? I just talked to him the other day. What's up, friend? Glad to be here tonight. Ready for the discussion. Let's dig
Okay,
into it.
okay. And y'all, I want to just say, I want to start the podcast. I was saying, welcome home, Brittany Griner. You know what I'm saying? We was following that story, you know, earlier in earlier episodes of our podcast. You know what I'm saying? But they finally got her home, y'all. And a lot of people mad about it though. To be real with you, You know what I'm saying? A lot of people mad because they feel like the person that they traded for Brittany Griner, she wasn't worth it. You know, that's what some people saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so too. Like, I am very happy that she's home.
Right,
She has a second chance, another shot to get it right, another chance to do some things differently, and another opportunity to be an advocate um
right,
in this moment. And I saw when she was practicing on her own and she made her first slam dunk since being back at home, and I was excited. Like, she's still healthy, she's still able. But like, they traded him for a weapons dealer. They traded her for a weapons dealer. So someone who probably has a whole lot of intelligence that could aid Russia in so many ways in gaining heavy artillery.
right, right,
So I mean, it's serious. And then people saying, "Well, Paul Whelan was a Marine and all this other stuff," but this man was also arrested on espionage charges. So I mean, I'm just
hmm
Britt was a pawn in this entire situation. Taylor, I agree, and I am glad she's home because that's a story that we started out following as soon as it happened, and look what came into fruition for her. So I
right,
mean, I'm glad she gets to spend Christmas with her family.
right, right. And hopefully they can get the other guy from Russia too. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they can figure out some kind of way to get him over, to get him back home too, because like I say, a lot of people mad about that, saying, oh, they traded a dangerous arms dealer for a woman's basketball player. Like, that ain't a fair trade. That's what, like, you know what I'm saying? So, but like I say,
You don't know the circumstances. I'm just glad they did what they had to do to make it happen because we know it was political in the first place.
right, right,
So it could have been. I mean, that's what it looks like on the surface, but we don't know the deal that was actually made in the negotiations. We don't know the half. But let's just be thankful that she is safe and she is back home. That's how I feel.
right. So I'm glad she back. I'm glad she home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know her family and her friends are glad she home. Despite what people saying, I know this girl family is glad she home, and you know, I mean, I know she glad she home. To be real.
Yeah.
So, hey man, welcome home, Brittany.
Welcome home. Let's dig into this first topic for the
Let's get
night.
it.
All right. So this is what we want to know. Being in our 30s, um, are you planning for retirement? Let us know in the chat if you are planning for your retirement. So, us 80s babies, we like to live in the moment.
Right.
We are all about living our best life. But what happens if you just so happen to live to get old? Are you saving for that? Are you prepared for those moments?
Listen, sis, a lot of people, I'm gonna make a little joke. A lot of people don't think they're gonna get old. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I ain't gonna never get old. You know what I'm saying? I still look 21. But like, nah, real talk though, you know, a lot of people they ain't looking that far in the future. You know what I'm saying? They sitting there making that money, spending it as quick as it comes. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no type of plans, no 401k, nothing set up. And then you got to realize a lot of jobs that these people are working on, they don't even offer retirement plans. So that means you got to save and put back for yourself. You see
All
what I'm
right.
saying?
Okay, so for the working class people like yourself and myself, my job offers all right. What's up, Taylor? Taylor checked in. Risk Taker said, put that gualo up. And Mari said, yes, those 20s flew by. But it's very important that we plan for our retirements, not just for ourselves, but also for our children. Because, thinking about, I had my daughter late in the game. So thinking about when I get to retirement age, she'll still be in her 20s or early 30s.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some things that I want to do, especially if I plan to retire in the next 13 years, which is what I
Right.
hope to do. So there are some things we have to do. So we started talking about the 401k, and that's just the name. It's named after that section in the RS law that governs it, kind of thing. But most of our jobs match our 401ks, and I know next year, you can put up to starting next year, you can put up to $22,500 in your 401k without there being a tax penalty, right? So the
Right,
tax
real
is
take.
going to be deferred if it's taken out of your check prior to you actually getting your check. But
Mm-hmm.
when you divide 22,500 by 12, I mean, you're talking about,
I am a calculator.
I'm saying $1,800. Let's see.
Come on, Miss Teacher Lady. Come
It's
on, gotta be quicker.
1875. So I was very close. Miss Teacher is smart. It's 1875.
She don't teach math, y'all.
So now, so this is the question that I asked. How many of us can afford to set aside 1875 a month?
Not many.
Not many, but
Not
you
many.
can start small. You can still set aside something. So for me, what I decided to set aside is the same rules that we apply at church. You know, they tell us to bring our tithes and offerings into the storehouse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 10% is what you're supposed to give. So I'm like, let me set aside 10% of my income before I see it. Automatic. I don't see it taken out. I have 10% of my income going into my retirement. Okay. So with that being said, that's my 401k. Now, if my employer matches it, then I'm in the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the game. So I need to look into that a little bit more. So I
Right,
did the
mine matches.
Taylor said, actually, I'm planning for potential grandchildren. So investing, having a whole life insurance policy and putting that max in the 401k. Now, Taylor, we talked about that life insurance on one, and that was a good episode. Risk
Yep.
Taker said, a lot of that stuff sound good, but what are you saving? And Demario said, pay yourself first. Okay, yes, pay yourself first, but you got to set something aside for yourself too. So I wanted to show y'all, I went on the AARP website and I put in some numbers. Okay. And not saying that this is my actual income, but I just put in some numbers that I felt like were feasible for people our age. So if you're going to contribute 10% of 56K and your annual salary is going to increase by 40% each year, and you are about 30 years old, and I'm 37. All right, you're about 30 years old, and you plan to retire at 62, which is the retirement age for most.
Right, because that's considered. I mean, some people consider that as early retirement. A lot of people. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's changed, but it used to be like 65, didn't it?
Yeah. So, and the annual rate of return is at 7%, Taylor. All right, when you get ready to retire, you have saved $351,128. Now, let's say your employer is matching that. What would the contribution be if your employer is matching that? Well, if your employer is matching that at 50%, and the match ends at 5%, your employer is going to contribute $87,782. So then you're going to be looking at retiring with $1 million in the bank.
Yep.
So I think it's important that you allow them to take it off the top so that you don't see it and set their retirement up. Now, I remember growing up and I heard my dad say, I borrowed off my 401k. I am going to say, do not borrow off your 401k
They're
ever.
gonna penalize you. Flag on the play.
The principal is going to increase on the balance. But there
Right.
are some things that you can set aside to borrow off of. So what I did was I took out annuities. I took out 2. And the reason for me taking out the annuities were for Raylene and Ziggy, because I said when they turn 16, they have to have a car. So when they turn 16, I will borrow off their annuities to purchase those vehicles. And they can have whatever the remaining balance is, because that is for them. And then some people say, what if you don't live to see 62? You're going to have all this money in your retirement, but you get to have beneficiaries. And you can leave that remainder for your children. And Mari, it's accruing. While it's sitting there, it's accruing. That's how it grows. So that 10% is coming off the top. Now, so start small. I think the older you get, that you should increase your amount of what you're putting in your
Right.
401k, whether it's $299 or whatever the case may be. You know, each year you just increase that amount as you get older, because
Or
when
when
I
you get a
was,
raise at work.
when I was sitting down with a financial planner, he told me that I needed $1 million in my retirement to retire at the age that I wanted to retire. With that being said, the money is not gonna come on its own. And yes, risk taker, you can invest too. But you have to know, like with some of this stuff, they your investments go up and down, and with inflation, it may or may not be a good idea, depending on some like these Roth RAs and stuff like that. You have these companies that offer these things, they invest into stocks for you, and then one minute you got a whole bunch of money. And a lot of people experienced this during the COVID-19 pandemic, and a lot of them their profits went down in their retirement kind of thing, or some of them maybe were thinking they should have pulled out right at the beginning of COVID. All right. So Taylor said research trading companies, bond, mutual funds, and etc. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you have to research that, but I'm telling you, like, make sure that your money is not set into something that is sliding, or your money is not in a rolling annuity, because it's a possibility that you may lose it. So you have to make sure you make wise investments for your future.
But know where you put your money at.
Know where you're putting your money, and know the return on your money. And you have to have a number. You just can't say, I'm gonna put $200 in my retirement every month. You can't do that. How much money do I need to live after I quit working?
Because it's gonna come a point where you got to give it up, y'all. It's gonna come a time where you're gonna have to start working, and you're gonna have to have some kind of, way to keep, because the bills ain't gonna stop. You're gonna have to keep, what I'm saying, paying bills and living. So
yes. And I saw he would rather save his paper. It's all about what you can put your hands on. But for me, risk taker, I don't want to be able to put my hands on that, because that's my.
Because if it's easy to get to, then you're gonna tap into it when you really don't need to. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna mess with that money.
And worst case scenario, if I don't live to use it myself, then my beneficiaries are listed as my child and my niece, so that they can live off of it. Because it's not just about me being able to sustain, but also being able to sustain them in young adulthood as well. So that is one thing. And then so you got your 401k, and then you have your IRA, which is your individual retirement account that you can set up outside of the benefits that your job does offer. So though I think you should look into that. And then like I also, because I'm in public service, I have a 403B, which is like a supplemental retirement plan outside of my 401k. Now I don't put 10% of my income in that. But I put like 5% of my income in that. All right. So that it does supplement my retirement, because the financial advisor told me that I needed $1 million to retire. So that is what I'm looking at. And so I don't want to be one of those people where I retire and then I'm thinking that, but then I find out the check that I'm getting from this company I worked 50 years for is only $300 a month.
Right.
I can't live off of that, risk taker. So that kind of thing. So, and I'm telling you, real talk, some of our parents worked in these factories and stuff like that, and they say, I'm gonna get my retirement, and then they getting $300 a month.
Right.
How are they gonna live? So you have to plan and prepare for the day. That is all I'm saying.
You better.
All right, Taylor made a great point. And if you save $100 in cash now, it will still be $100 20 years later. Straight up saving does not factor in inflation. That's the other thing.
That real, Taylor.
Yeah, you start tomorrow. I'm putting it in the bank. I'm gonna let it sit there in the interest. I'm gonna draw off of this and interest. I'm gonna draw off that. Yeah, I mean
you gotta make that money.
You gotta make the money work for you.
You gotta make that money work, man. Make that money make more money. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, I mean, you can save all day, and like Taylor say, you can save all day. Say put your little $100, $200 in the shoebox under the bed. You know what I'm saying? And you keep doing that, but it ain't making no money though. You know what I'm saying? That money is just you accumulate money, but that money ain't making no money. You feel me?
So, and then I'm
What a
gonna
difference.
straight up like go sit down with the financial advisor. If you have not done it, if you are in your 30s and you have not sat down with the financial advisor, you definitely need to do that, because what you're gonna find yourself doing is trying to make up for the time you've lost.
Mm-hmm.
When
And they're gonna
these
be
people
hard to do.
start
It's
doing
gonna be
these
hard to
numbers,
do when that time comes.
yeah, it's gonna be
It's gonna be
real
hard to
hard to
do
do.
when that
Like,
time comes, y'all. I'm telling you. Well, I
Risk
don't
taker said
know.
he
I ain't at
wonder
that
why his
time
family
yet.
members that have 401k asking to borrow money all the time. And I'm speaking for myself. Like, speaking for
Real
myself,
talk.
Risk taker, like I'm doing it because it's not even about me. It's about that little person that I brought into the world.
Right.
So I have to make sure all these things, like I have to make sure all these things are set into play.
Real
Save
taker, they can't. Real
fund.
taker, they can't touch that money yet, man. They gonna get penalized. They touch that money right now, dog. You gotta let them.
It's tax free, Risk taker.
That
Ain't
was
no
a whole count, bro.
it don't
Hey,
come
real
with no
talk.
interest.
Hey, look, don't real take it. Them folk can't touch that money, man. They gonna lose some of it now. They touch it. They just need to borrow a couple dollars, just a couple dollars, to get them through the day. Help them out,
So
man. Don't be like that.
look, you need to talk to a financial advisor, y'all. You got to prepare for your retirement. And the reason that we're talking about it tonight is a lot of us are not planning to retire. We are
Nah,
living in the moment, and we're not having that tunnel vision thinking about what's down the road.
let me tell y'all something. You know, a lot of people be sitting there waiting on these jobs. Like I said earlier, you gotta put some money aside for yourself in some kind of way to make money, because if you like me, you may not be planning on retiring from that job. You may leave way before then. You know what I'm saying? So don't invest your money in that, especially if you ain't planning on staying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you might wake up one day and realize you want to do your own business. Then you might tell that job, "Hey, I ain't coming back today. I ain't coming back no more." You know what I'm saying? Now what? Now what you gonna do? So yeah.
Mhm. Now, in your younger days, when you were young, dumb, broke, and probably stupid, have you ever cheated in a relationship?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I have.
Risk Taker Smoke Kit available now. Beats available now. Y'all get it, Risk Taker. All right. So, I have never cheated in a relationship.
How many you been in?
Um,
That's the question. That's the next question.
if we're counting high school and college, I'm gonna say 5.
Man, we ain't talking about no
If
high
we're
school.
talking
You
post
ain't no
college,
girl.
if we're talking post college, I'm gonna say 2.
Okay, well.
Let's watch this clip.
People cheat in relationships when they are unprepared for the test that relationships bring. I don't care how long you've been together, if that's your soulmate or not. Think about if you were back in elementary school. When a person was unprepared for that pop quiz, what did they want to do? Cheat on you. Here's the thing. Sometimes people are not disciplined enough to study for relationships. And what I mean by that is, do you have coping mechanisms if things in your relationship ain't peachy creamy at the moment? Do you have positive mentors and people you can talk to in order to vent in a positive way? Or do you go hit up that coworker that you've been vibing with and telling all the secrets to your relationship to? When you are unprepared for the test relationships bring, then you are tempted to cheat.
I mean, that kind of makes sense when he comparing it to like a pop quiz. I mean, that do make sense when you ain't prepare or study for it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, trying to look on the other paper. You know what I'm saying? But you know, at the same time, it's still kind of like a bad example too. Because and Taylor, that's a question that we always bring. That's the first question that pops up every time. Like, define cheating. What do we I mean, different definitions for different people. You see what I'm saying? Like some people, you got some crazy people out there that say if you look at another woman or look at another man, you cheated. You know what I'm saying? So you got it depends on the person when you talking about what's cheating. You know what I'm saying? But the typical cheating, what we talking about, like I guess we talking about the most common, you know, the most common cheating, like you know, dating another person and sleeping with another person while you with somebody. You know, that's what we talking about. We ain't talking about the little petty cheating. We talking about the real deal, Holyfield cheating.
So, and I feel like cheating is not just physical. Cheating can also be emotional and mental as well. And I feel
How
like
so?
because I feel like
Emotion. I mean, explain them because I want to know, sis.
okay, so physical, that's intercourse, all that stuff, kissing, all that stuff,
Right.
intimacy. But emotional, when you start to depend on that person for emotional assurance, like to me, that emotional level is far more dangerous than the physical.
Well, guess what? You know, you just accused a lot of people out there of cheating when you said that.
Yeah,
You just
because it's
accused a lot
real.
of people out there.
I feel like that is real. Like if you cheat on me emotionally, then you got to go. Like I don't even think we can work through that.
Hold on. So you say emotionally is what now?
When they lean to another person for like emotional assurance or emotional validation, or they start to share those inner thoughts and their weaker points. They look to this person for strength and
Oh yeah,
reassurance
yeah,
and
yeah.
all
Oh
that.
yeah,
Like that is serious.
yeah, yeah. Because you know what they're gonna lead to, right?
What it gonna lead to?
They're gonna lead to birds and the bees. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
they're
know what
gonna
they're gonna
establish.
lead to.
It won't be just the act of sex. They are about to establish a real
A
soul tie.
relation, yeah, a relation, or a
Yeah,
relationship.
because the emotions are there. So I feel like there are different levels to the cheat.
Right. Right.
Risk taking, so our private parts are just made for one individual. Not so.
He asked the
Uh,
question.
you answer it real quick. I got to let Raylene in.
So our private parts are just made for one individual. Risk take. I'm scared to answer that, man. Like I don't know. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. You put me in a bad spot, especially with Sid going off screen. You put me in a bad spot there, brother. I mean, I guess if you ain't in no relationship, you know what I'm saying, then I guess you can spread that thing out there, man. You know what I'm saying? You can spread. You probably supposed to do it. You might, if you're doing it, you might want to be safe, but I don't know. I probably, man. Hey, but that's a tough one. That's a tough one, though. That's gonna give people straight up. Okay?
I missed something pretty interesting.
No, you ain't been nasty. I was waiting on you to get back so you can answer that one. Cause Rick Taker, man, you can't ask nothing like that of me. What's
What did
wrong
risk
with you?
taker ask?
Talking about our private part just meant for one individual or something like that.
Evidently not. I see Taylor's trying to come on. Evidently not risk taker because we got to check your body count, and you done gave them to more than one person.
Body
And
count don't matter. Body count don't
it
matter
don't
when it comes
matter,
to
but let's
men.
face fact. At this age, you done gave them to more than just one person. So who are they made for? I just think your body parts are made for you, and you
Body
get
count don't matter. Body count don't matter no more. See, it's just for the 80 babies and backwards. Like these 90 and 2000 babies. Well, some of the 90s. I'm sorry, 90 baby. Don't kill me. I'm just saying. Like some of body count don't matter no more. You have 10 heads on you and still, you know what I'm saying, get some play. They like so these young kids these days, they like that. They like to see the body count. That means a little something. You
risk
got
taker said,
that's just
why
like,
is cheating frowned upon? Taylor, let's bring Taylor on. She may want to join this conversation. Hey Taylor.
Hey guys.
Taylor better get on here with the echo in the day.
Oh no. I know what it was last time I had the dang podcast up already. So that's what it was. So I apologize about that this time. But okay, so I see where Bruce Taker saying why is, cheating frowned upon. I think that society has a definition of cheating, and that's not fair for how we're moving like as a society now. Like it used to be, oh, you're stepping outside the marriage, or you're stepping outside your relationship, or you're with another person, or you're sharing intimate details about yourself. And intimacy doesn't mean like sexually. It's just like intimate thoughts that you have, that possibly it could be a little bit hard. I feel like sometimes it could be harder to share that with the person that you're in the relationship with. So, it just depends. I always say
You in the wrong
betrayal.
relationship then if it's hard.
I say, instead of saying cheating, I always say betrayal, because betrayal is literally like crossing the line of whatever the parameters that you put in onto your relationship. That's
Right.
what I believe technically cheating is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you made a nice point though. That sounded better.
Yeah.
When you crossing lines and them boundaries that y'all put in place that wasn't supposed to be crossed, then yeah, that's betrayal. You know what I'm saying? But some people think that you're supposed to know what boundaries and what not crossed. They be like, well, you ain't say that.
So, okay, and Risk Taker is a very unorthodox with his love life here. Because, I'm sorry, Risk Taker. I'm possessive with mine. Like, ain't no sharing.
Same.
Ain't no sharing, Risk Taker. Like, I'm going to tell you what to do with it. And that is, you better not give it to nobody else. Okay, so but I also think I agree with Taylor. Like it's the boundaries that you said. It's different strokes for different folks out here.
Right.
It's all kind of people out here that subscribe to different things. But it's very important that you get an understanding with your mate, and you stay within the confinements of your understanding.
But
And okay,
stop you.
You can't stop anybody from doing something that they want to do. But hopefully that person respects you enough to be honest and have that transparency and not keep you blindsided or keep it in hindsight, thinking that you won't find out. And I think that's the biggest thing that we make this mistake of trying to keep secrets.
Well, that kind of like, being transparent in a situation like that is kind of like, trusting. Well, you really trying to put your trust in a person that they ain't gonna do you like this and that. That kind of like driving, man. When you passing a car on the road that's driving in that next lane, you hoping and praying that they keep it in the road and don't come and hit you. You know what I'm saying? That like they don't swerve over and hit you head on. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that's the same thing. You never know. Somebody, they can be driving straight until they get right there with you and swerve over and hit you. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that's the same thing to me. That's hard to put your trust into a person that if you don't know what they're gonna do. That's kind of like a blind. That's like shooting in the dark.
I just feel like you got to put your trust in yourself. So that I feel like once you truly like know who you are, like look, that's just it. I don't have nothing to hide from you. Like you know what I'm saying? Certain things I feel like we place too much blame on the other person. Cause I'm trust me, I'm just learning that. So I think that like for me, just being transparent. When I talk about like marriage, like for real, like Bubba, no, like I'll be like, my husband. But then when I look back in retrospect, it's like, that may have been you though. You know what I'm saying? Like that may have been something that you have brought as an insecurity that he just exacerbates. But that's where communication, like it was really funny because literally yesterday we're like going over the other last week's podcast, and it was like, Raven was saying some real good stuff, and I kind of got my husband's point of view about just in relationships and like what to like basically like look for, because knowing that me and him met when we were so young, now I will look for something like completely different. I would probably be like, if it came to a point to where, hope like Lord forbid something happened with me and my husband, at this age in my life right now, like I probably would be alone. You know what I'm saying? Because see, I just wouldn't want to deal with like trying to like grow with the person, because you will have to see the growth in a person first before, because they're not going to come with everything prepackaged. So I just feel like you will have to see the potential and growth of people, and people are going to make mistakes. Everyone's going to make mistakes. It may not be just cheating.
And Taylor, that's a good point, because okay, in order to the relationship is going to come with storms. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand. It's not going to be the way that it started forever. So it's going to come with storms because people do grow. But in that scenario, you got to have a commitment to grow with the person. All right. So you're going to change, your partner is going to change, but you have to be willing to grow and adapt.
But see, that's what a lot of people don't. But that's what a lot of people don't want to do. They don't want to adapt, because soon you got to think about it. A lot of relationships end on one account of somebody doing something. You know what I'm saying? It like a lot of people don't give a person a chance to you know, right their wrongs in a relationship, because the first time you mess up, you know, you kicking them out the door, and now you guess what you're doing. Now you opening the door up because you're gonna go date somebody else. Now you opening the door wide, all the way wide open for this person to come in and do, you know, lie to you and do some more things instead of trying to fix what you already got right there, because it probably can be fixed. You know what I'm saying? I think we talked about this. We talked about this in a lot of the podcasts and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Like if you give a person a chance, you know, maybe y'all can get through it instead of jumping ship and so, oh nah, you did this to me. I'm through with you. I'm done. I'm gonna go. Yeah, what? When you go talk to that other man or that other woman over there, they probably got way worse intentions with you, or no intentions at all.
And so that thing is, we get that my way or the highway syndrome.
Yeah.
But when you enter a relationship, it's no more your way. You got to develop our way syndrome.
And you got to look at
for the good of both of us type thing.
And you got to look at a relationship as like any other thing in life, man. You gotta look at it like, okay, it's just like, for instance, riding a bike. When you first, anybody that ever rode a bike, when they first got on, they probably ain't know how to ride. You know how to keep your balance. You fell off. You ain't just throw the bike in the trash or put the bike on the side of the road and say, I ain't riding it no more. You gave it another try until you rode it good. You know what I'm saying? Until you learn how to ride. You know what I'm saying? That go with any other. Now, I ain't saying just be no. When it comes to a relationship, I ain't saying when somebody doing something dirty to you or doing you wrong, you just keep letting them do it. Now, come on, you got more sense. That ain't what I'm saying, people. Because I know a lot of people
also, Bubba, like look at the stages you had to go through to ride the bike. You started at the tricycle, then you went to the training wheels, then you take the training wheels off, but you still got to maintenance the bike. You got to put oil on the chain. Chain get a little rusty, you got to get a new one. All right. Mm-hmm. With that comparison, you got to do the same thing in your relationship. And we don't want to put in that work to maintain the relationship. Or, you know, if that chain get a little rusty, you got to get a new one. What worked for you when you first met might not work for you 5 years down the road. It may not work.
That and what you saying right there, Raven, that's matter of fact, it's perfect. That was a perfect example, riding a bike, because when you first started riding, like you said, you got to have a training wheel. Come on, y'all. When y'all first get in a relationship, it's a lot of stuff that y'all let happen that you normally wouldn't let happen in a relationship, especially if it's early in your relationship. You know what I'm saying? So you got the training wheels on. But once you learn this relationship and we get on down the line, I expect you to not need these training wheels no more. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to take these training wheels off.
Because you have learned your person.
Exactly.
And then,
but not saying, you know, that you can't, because you could fall. You can fall without them training wheels and hurt your knee, but get back on though, and try to ride on. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with everything you guys saying. However, I think for me, I can just talk about my experience. What I learned is that a relationship is, yes, the other person, but it's really growth within you too. Because I feel like I had to go within to realize that a lot of things that I haven't dealt with in myself, I had to actually, you know, and I was bringing to the actual relationship, can exacerbate a lot of things, and it's like, hey, look, it's really not you, it's probably my growth too as well. Like, you have to do your own growth to see truly what you really want as well too. Like,
Risk taker, I would like to know, does this pertain to your girlfriend or your wife? Because brother,
hold on, what did he say? Let me see the comment. Run the comments back.
he said, I'm not finna stress myself trying to find out if you cheating or not. I do not own you. If you really love me, it'll show. Risk
That
taker.
real though.
I mean, I agree with that. I do.
That real though.
I need to know, is that for wife or girlfriend? We gotta
but real taker, but hold up though. Hold up. I got something that'll contradict that, because I remember on one podcast we were saying, you can love somebody and still cheat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's growth on their part. That ain't on that other person they love. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, that's where I talk about, like, in regards to like individual growth, has to happen in order for a relationship to withstand. You can't just be looking for the other person to grow. That's all I'm saying.
All right, y'all, we got a toss-up question. Here it is. If the person you're dating has kids, do you buy the children holiday gifts too?
Depending on how what's considered dating, like dating or a relationship. I'm sorry, like just dating casually.
So dating casually, do you buy the kids a gift?
If I ain't met them, no.
Buy them kid now.
If I have not met them, no.
I ain't buying them kid now.
So, I'm like you, Taylor. If I have not met these kids, I don't think it's appropriate. Some people are just extra generous.
Even if I done met them, I ain't buying them children now.
Why you say that, Bubba? Why you say that? You ain't gonna buy this. You gonna show up at a house with a gift for this woman, and you ain't got nothing for her kids.
They ain't mine. I'm dating the mama. I'm dating the mama. I'm dating the mama, not the children. I'm pretty sure they got plenty of gifts from their relatives. I ain't finna give them nothing. But a hard time getting that clean that room. That's better do. That's what I'm give you some instructions, some orders. That's what I'm give you. Get up out my fade.
Okay, if you've met this person's kids, I think they are entitled.
Absolutely.
Because you have been introduced to them. If you have met this person's kids,
you put that on me.
You need to get them kids a gift.
You ain't gonna put that on me, because I don't know them kids like. I don't know what them kids like. I ain't even know what that day now. I don't, cause half the time they ain't even around. I don't know what they like. And then it depends on the age of them children too now. Now, they some big grown children. Nah, I ain't giving them nothing for real. Nothing.
Who are you dating that have grown children? I'm sorry.
Well, I'm just saying, we in our 30s. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm saying, or you dating somebody that have like 17-year-olds?
That's not the point. Is that the point is, if they at a certain age, I don't care if they were 12, if they were 15, they might still not getting that. If they were 18,
okay, Bubba. So this is what I'm saying. Like, okay, y'all doing a gift exchange. It's just you and them. Okay, you just gonna get that person a gift.
For that. First
but
of all,
if you invited over for Christmas Day and this person has kids, you need to show up with something for the kids too.
Absolutely. That woman gonna look at you differently. Like, you just, if she don't.
Well, first of all, see, me being the type of guy I am. First of all, I'm gonna ask. I'm like, hey, you don't mind if I don't get your kid then, do you? Oh, you better bring my kids on. Then I'm gonna act like, girl, I'm gonna get them kids on there. I'm gonna be saying to myself, man, I'm mad now. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad. I'm gonna get them children nothing. Get them children now. If they gonna get me some, if the children gonna get me some,
I would have them make you some if they small children.
Well, I make them some. Yeah. Better go spending my money on these children. Ain't mine. Ain't they folk got them? Hey, well, they folk should give them something there.
I think if you're invited over, proper etiquette is gonna be to get the kids something too.
Now, if it's a baby, that's different. Now, if it's a baby, can't walk, they can talk a little bit. If it's a little baby running around, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah, bring the baby a little. You can go get them a little Hot Wheels or a little doll. That But you guys are 10, 11, 10 and on man, listen here.
You can always do a stocking stuffer. You can put $10 in a stocking stuffer and be done.
A Chick-fil-A card.
Yeah.
What? Okay, now listen. Now listen. Now y'all talking about getting them kids on. Now, yeah, I'll break them out a few dollars, a little 20, a little dub. They gonna do something.
He ain't talking about nothing big. He ain't talking about like doing a.
I ain't going to search for no gifts. Like, oh, I wonder what they like this. No, I ain't gonna do that. No, none of that.
So we forget the reason for the season then.
No.
But
that ain't the reason for the season.
I agree. I rarely do that for my own kids. I'd be like, hey, look, like here is y'all card. Y'all can go.
Man, y'all can sit up here in front on the podcast you want to talk about I buy them kids. I'll keep it 100 with y'all, man. If them kids grown and man, listen, man. Hey, y'all know it ain't no Santa Claus. Ain't no need to coming over here with your hand out. Ain't no need you coming over here with your hand out.
Not out of our Christmas money. I'm done.
Yeah, you can't expect me to spend my Christmas gift on that. Like that was for me. I need you to have more than one gift. But only if you have met the kids. If you have not met these kids, you don't have to get them anything. But if you have met these kids, if you have sat down with these kids at the dinner table, on the sofa with them watching the movie, then you need to get those kids something because you have been introduced to their lives. They know that you're dating their parent and you need to get them something. But if you have not been formally introduced to these kids as their parents,
let me tell you something. Now, I'm finna keep it 100 with everybody, and I know everybody finna get in the comments and gonna say something about this. I wish a woman would get mad at me for not bringing their kids on when you got family members that know them, that don't get them nothing, and they know they your kid. Don't come over for Christmas. Don't say hey. Don't say Merry Christmas. But you want me to sit there and give them a present when their own family member don't even bring them that. Sit around them at all the family reunion, at all the get together, whooping them. They don't whoop the kid, but then they ain't get them that Christmas. Man, please. I wish you would get mad at me or not getting your kids on. You got people that close under you. You just let them borrow money like real taker. You don't let them borrow money. They ain't even buy your kid now.
Oh, I
wish a woman would get mad at me for something like that. Oh, we done. That one of them time talking about y'all. Well, you talking about you supposed to get back on the bike. I'm gonna throw that bike down and I ain't get back on it. I ain't get back on that bike. You tripping? What's wrong with you?
I agree with that. I do.
How you gonna put that on me to buy a kid something when you got family members sitting around you every day, sitting around you all year, been sitting around you all your life, and don't get your kid now? Because I got family members I've been knowing all my life. And I can tell you how many times a lot of my family members done bought me something for Christmas.
Me too.
Man, come on, man. Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna tell you something. If you buy my baby some gloves, we fight. Straight up.
I ain't even gonna fight you.
If you're gonna buy a gift, it need to be a good one. I'm sorry. Keep your dollar.
No, it don't. No, it don't. It's not the gift. No. You can't do that now. I ain't with you on that.
Gloves to yourself. Don't bring my baby on that. Up over here.
If it's 100 kids in the family, I can't go and get your kid no diamond bracelet and get these kids from
dating a girl that had 100 kids. Then that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I mean, let's keep it. The question was dating, and that's where it is a fine line for that. I get that, but that's what I'm saying. If it was dating, and like for instance, I have met these kids before, I'm gonna buy them something.
Yeah,
just
it's gonna be reasonable, and it don't have to be nice. For instance, if I was dating someone and they had an 8-year-old like Raylynn, LOL dolls are popping. I got a doll. I'm wrapping it up, putting the child name on it. There you go. Yeah, if this person has a teenager, she might get a little Bath and Body Works lotion, a shower gel with the body spray, and a little cellophane bag. If it's a young man, he might get the male version of the Bath.
Okay, well, how about this, ladies?
$4 gift card or something.
Okay, but how about this, sis? How about this, sis? Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. We can get the kids on, but this is how you should do it, though. This is how you should do it. Do it like this. I don't know what the kid like, because I ain't really around them. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with you for real. Like, just because I said at the table, man, that kid might not say nothing to me at the table. I don't know what the kid like. So, okay, so for the women that won't need men to get something, just say, well, hey, just give me a few dollars and I'll go get them something and say it was for you. It was from you.
So
You know,
women
do it like that.
because this is what I do. Like I don't like to be caught with my pants down on Christmas. So this is what I do. You know, I have stock gifts.
Yep.
And so I got some candles, I got some Bath and Body Works lotions, I got some gift cards. Because if you show up at my house and I don't have you anything, oh, let me go back here real quick and get your gift.
Exactly.
And I'm coming back with a gift. It's just for you.
Now listen though, y'all. It's different now. Now, if you dating a person and this person got a kid, you know what I'm saying, you done grew with this person and you done seen this kid grow there. Yeah, you know, at that point, y'all should be y'all ain't even date. Y'all in a relationship. Yeah,
that's
y'all in a relationship. So yeah,
y'all not dating,
but that's what I'm saying. That's the progression. You know what I'm saying? We done got to that level to where I do that. But just starting out the real, oh hell no.
But even if I'm dating and if I'm seriously dating you, like, okay, so that's where that question
I don't
is.
dating serious. That's why people kill me with that if I'm seriously dating.
Obviously not really, because how it is nowadays, people just, I mean, change people like they change draws. I mean, it's
that's swinging. That ain't dating. That's called swinging.
That's a whole nother subject. We're gonna have to that's a whole nother subject. But I think so. Risk taker, like for me, I'm not buying anybody something that I don't want for myself. Right. And I start Secret Santa at work tomorrow. And if any of my coworkers watching, please do not give me anything that's not on my list. Like I don't buy people things that I wouldn't want for myself. Like that's just real talk. Like I'm serious.
Man,
like,
hold up, man. Listen.
No.
My daughter sent me a list and I got mad. Cause I'm like, don't be sending me no list, and a grown person send me a list. Oh, you definitely ain't getting that.
And Secret Santa, you put the things that you like on your description.
Well, that's why I don't play that.
So I'm grateful for anything I receive. Don't get me wrong, risk taker, but it's some stuff that pisses me off. And I'm gonna tell you why I bought them gloves, risk taker, because when I was growing up, I had an auntie that she'll go get one a gold chain and she want to bring me some damn gloves.
Yeah, no, that's
like
not.
that. Say your Dollar Tree glove or something.
Well, listen. At least the auntie got you some, because you had the other auntie on her ain't get you nothing. Hey, at least it was at least your hand was warm. At least your hand was warm.
Okay, in that retrospect, but at the same time, I'm not doing it. Like if I'm gonna buy you a gift, I'm buying you a gift.
Well, that's the reason why, like for me, I'd be like, I don't know what people like. I'm a bad gift giver. So I always just do gift cards. I mean, that's just me. Like I do gift cards.
Put your little money on a card and go buy what you want.
I'm not like that. Like I want my gift to be like
you want too much. See, you
no, that's her love language. That's one of her love languages. Typically,
that's all her languages. That's all Raven languages. She won't.
Now, Christina, if they don't celebrate the holidays, then you just don't put that on them. Like they might not want to come over to my house for the holidays because I'm gonna come. I'm just ain't gonna change no gift. So they might not want to come to my house Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. But if you come to my house, you're gonna feel the holiday cheer because it's all about giving. Bubba, no, I do. I like to do a bid for Christmas. You know, I'm making I'm putting the money in it. I'm putting everything in. I do it for my family. Like I just want us to have. I love the holiday cheer. So with that being said, if I give something, I give from the heart. I put some thought into it. Bubba, you remember your gift last year? I put thought into it. I try to get you something that I know that you're gonna utilize, that you're gonna like, those kind of things.
What it was? I can't remember.
I bought you the vacuum seal containers.
What?
The vacuum seal containers.
Oh yeah.
And that's some other stuff too now. But I put real thought into what I get for my peoples. And
I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what you got me this year. See. I'll tell y'all right now, ain't nothing on this tree. But dust and stuff. Well, I put it up. It ain't nothing on there.
Well, at least you got it up.
And Risk Taker said you didn't like my gift because you can't remember what it was.
Hey man, that man instigated. Risk Taker, you need to get on up out here now.
They had little combination codes on top and everything.
No, Raven know what her brother need. That's the thing. That's a good gift giver. If you know what a person really truly need and they don't really know it, it's they're good gift givers, period. So
yeah, like it's all about, and I don't worry about what I get on Christmas. I want to see people smile.
Yeah.
I like to watch them unwrap it.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm a bad gift giver. And you can
Me
kind of add
too.
my family. You can add my family. You know, I mean, I ain't trying to be funny. You can add them. You know how many times I gave them gifts? They probably can count on one hand. You know, but I'm glad my sister is a very giving person, and she gonna give me some. She always give me some good for Christmas. I love you, BC.
I love you back.
Daddy told you to always take care of me.
You better take care of me too. Sister need to be taken care of too now. And then with that being said, we have talked about a lot tonight. What are we gonna leave the people with tonight?
Well, y'all, I'm just gonna leave y'all with this, man. Hey, Christmas is what? About to be almost what, a week away after this weekend. After this weekend. So y'all, you know, leading up, you know, going into Christmas, I want y'all to be safe out there, man. Be safe. You know, keep your head on a swivel, stay out the way, enjoy your family, spend a lot of time with your family. It ain't all about the money and the gifts, y'all. Enjoy your family at the end of the day. Enjoy your family.
Put
You know
my
what I'm saying?
risk taker.
Hey, she'll love the old risk taker. You put some glitz and glam on it, you know, she'll love that. Michael Jackson. Okay then. But yeah, y'all just be safe out there, man. And you know, we'll see y'all again before Christmas. But yeah, man, y'all stay safe and be safe out there. Enjoy your people, man.
And remember the reason for the season. Christmas is all about celebrating the birth of Christ, if nothing else. So whatever we get for Christmas, risk taker, we're gonna be grateful for it because it's something that I did not have to buy myself. At the end of the day, and love on your people a little harder because tomorrow I ain't promising nobody.
Right.
I agree. Couldn't say it better.
Anything you want to leave the people with, Taylor?
I want to just reiterate basically what you guys said in regards to like this is the season, and I think that we need to give more. Like just be more giving, be more loving, love on your people. Just like Raven said, like that. This is what this is for. So this time is for. It's to reflect on that and do love and be more supportive of others.
Right.
And another thing too, like now's the time to identify people who don't, because you have people around you who don't have what you have. Clean those closets out. Give to the people who need those sizes. If your child has toys that they did not open last Christmas, identify a needy child and give those toys away.
Absolutely.
And look, y'all.
And
look, y'all. And this last thing I'm gonna say, I'm gonna let y'all go. But you know, like Raven said, you know what I'm saying, if y'all got stuff that y'all can donate to other families, because a lot of families out there, you know what I'm saying, ain't got it. And these folks, you know, it's hard, right? It's hard for people who work every day like us, y'all. So imagine the people that ain't fortunate and ain't got a good job, that can't afford to make they kids have a good Christmas. You know what I'm saying? I just, like, literally yesterday, I just seen a family in the parking lot of a gas station trying to sell candy and doing all, you know, we already know what they're doing for us. The Christmas season, they trying to make sure those kids have some kind of Christmas. So if you got old toys from last year, a lot of us got kids that ain't even play with a lot of stuff from last Christmas that we probably just gonna throw away or it's gonna sit around the house. Y'all go take that stuff and donate it, because you know it's a lot of families out there that gonna need it, man. You know what I'm saying? So y'all think about that.
I got some stuff for a little girl.
Cause I ain't buying your kid nothing.
So if you in need, let me know, because I got some stuff to give to a little girl.
Yes, same as well.
Yeah. On that note, y'all, we out. Have a good night. We love y'all. Be safe.
Bye, guys.